Hey guys, it's Jessii V. I have a V time for you guys today, but before I get into it, I just want to tell you something that just happened to me. So I thought for this video, it would be so cool if I wore some ruby red lipstick, because I never wear like ruby red ever, so I was like, why not try? So I put on this lipstick and I look so horrible. It looked like I should be putting on a Halloween costume or something. It was just over the top. So I was like, well, I should wipe this off. So I get my makeup wipe and I wipe my lips. And for all of you girls out there, when you try and wipe off red lipstick, it goes all over your face and just stains it. Or maybe that's just me. Maybe I just have issues. I don't know. So I ended up looking like I just ate an entire bowl of ravioli. It looked like I was trying to pull off the Miranda Sings look. And only she can do that. But honestly, it's still kind of stained around my lips. So for those of you who are gonna comment like, oh my goodness, your lips look so horrible. What happened to them? You do not know how to put on lipstick, Jess? Like what? I will save you the time. I know my lips look weird right now. Although the lighting is kind of helping me, so you might not see it as much because the sun's going down and it's kind of really brightening up my room. So I look like a ghost. The Jessii V ghost has arrived. Great. Now all of you are going to be looking at my lips this whole video. Woo! Good job, Jessii! Okay, so now for the V time story. Now that we've gone over my issues. I really move my hands a lot. Am I an octopus? Like, come on, arms, just chill. Just chill. So in grades 7 and 8, my sister, my grandparents, and me all went to Wasaga Beach at a cottage. I'm using my hands again. It's like I can't tell a story. I'm doing it again! What the heck? Okay. We always went to this cottage for about a week every summer, and it was like the week that I was looking forward to the most in the summertime. It took about 2 hours to drive there, so my grandma always put on the Chronicles of Narnia audiobooks. And let me tell you, I know every word to those audiobooks by heart. If I went to Narnia and replaced Susan, Peter, Edmund, and Lucy wouldn't even know. I'd be a pro in everything Narnia. I know exactly what to say. And it was so funny because the narrator of this audiobook was always so overwhelmingly happy when she talked. She was like, and then Lucy walked through the wardrobe, and ta-da, she was in Narnia. Oh my goodness, Lucy had found the world through her wardrobe. Like, I was like, chill out, okay? You're stressing me out. You know, I think this is the second time I've mentioned Narnia in one of my V times. I have issues. Maybe if somebody bought me a magical wardrobe when I was little, I wouldn't have these problems, Mom. Okay, so after driving 2 hours listening to these audiobooks, we arrived at the cottage. It was a good size for 4 people. It was all one floor, but it had this little loft bunker thing near the ceiling with a bed, and you had to like climb up this ladder to get to it. So my sister and I slept in the bed up there. It was a really cute little room, but as you know, hot air rises. So every night it felt like we were sleeping in a sauna. The desert was released at the stroke of midnight in our room. And from floor to ceiling in that loft, it was about 5 feet. So every single time I got out of bed in the morning, I banged my head. Every time. You'd think I learned after a while. No. The cottage was too small for me. I felt like a gorilla in a birdcage. Let me free. I remember going home with a couple of bruises on my head, and my mom would be like, who did this to you? And I was like, the cottage, Mom. The cottage did this to me. But seriously, aside from the small loft that my sister and I slept in, the cottage was so cute. It was very vintage looking. It had like pastel colors everywhere. It even had these little mini heart cushions on the sofas. If Minnie Mouse was real, this would be her house. I hope I didn't just ruin a child's dreams right there. All the children are like, Minnie Mouse isn't real? What? I've been living a lie? I remember doing so many awesome activities at this cottage. Painting, jewelry making, cooking, flying kites, board games, everything a child wants to do. One of the days we actually watched all 3 Lord of the Rings movies in a row. And for those of you who don't know, those movies are like 3 hours long each. I couldn't feel my legs after sitting for that long. I felt like a vegetable, but it was so worth it. And the other great thing about this cottage was that it was right on the beach. We had our own little private beach right out the back doors. So I'm sure you really want me to get into the part about the tornadoes, right? You're probably like, come on, Jess, pick up the pace, come on. So this one particular day, I was making jewelry on the back porch and eating craft dinner at the same time because that's just the perfect combination. My grandpa and my sister decided to go out for a swim. Nothing out of the ordinary. They usually go pretty far out into the water because it takes a while for it to get deep. So I'm just sitting there making my bracelets, and I noticed notice that the sky is getting darker and darker. And these massive storm clouds just move in over top of them. Like massive. It looked like they were about to swallow the whole beach. But it's like they don't even notice that the sky is getting darker. They're out there splashing each other, having front crawl races. So I walk down to the beach and I'm like, yo, guys, that cloud is about to eat you. Have you guys ever seen that movie, James and the Giant Peach? It is an old movie. I feel old. You know how that huge rhinoceros storm cloud came in? That's basically what it looked like. And for those of you that have no idea what I'm talking about, look it up. It basically just looked like the sky turned into this massive black fluffy pillow. Blue sky was gone. Long gone. So my sister was like, yeah, we'll come inside when it starts to rain. So I'm like, okay, I mean, suit yourselves. I'm not gonna be the one ruining your fun, okay? Well, as I was walking back into the cottage, I turned around to look at them one last time. And behind them, in the distance, over the water, was this massive water tornado. For those of you who don't know, they're actually called water spouts. They're very similar to a tornado, but they're over the water. There are so many YouTube videos of it actually. They're pretty scary to watch. So if you want to pause the video and go check out a water tornado, I will wait for you. I will wait for you. Just don't be too long, please. So anyway, I see this massive water tornado right behind them, and I completely lose my shit. Like, I could barely even talk. I was so stunned. It was getting Wizard of Oz up in here. I was afraid this cottage was about to blow away in this tornado. I must save Toto. Where is Toto? But in all seriousness, I yell at them to turn around. They saw this giant water spout behind them, and they just ran out of the water. They ran for their dear life. I'm talking cheetah speed. And now you're probably like, so did you run inside? Did you find shelter? Did you hide? No. We grabbed our cameras and took pictures of this damn thing. I mean, wouldn't you? But what we didn't know was, it's actually common for water spouts to split up into 2 or 3. So as we were stupidly taking these pictures, one of the water spouts started turning into a second, which turned into a third. There were 3 water tornadoes right outside our cottage. You'd think the world was ending or something. So we finally ran inside after taking a few more pictures. And my grandpa got us all in the car and we drove the opposite direction of that thing. Just vroom, roadrunner speed. We ended up coming back to the cottage about 3 hours later, and don't worry, it wasn't destroyed. I bet you thought I was gonna be like, and there was nothing left of the cottage. It was gone. No, I mean, there were branches and leaves and like sand all over the place, but we were able to clean everything up. There wasn't too much destruction. And after researching water spouts, I found out that they're more common than you think, and they usually last about like 20 minutes. So the storm that follows is usually more destructive than the actual water spouts themselves. The storm probably just makes these water spouts to scare us. Silly storms. Trying to frighten us little humans. Stop it, storms. But seriously, look them up after this. Wikipedia it, because everything on Wikipedia is true. But anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed this crazy story. My grandparents and I still talk about it to this day because it was just, in a way, unbelievable. But yet, they're common things. So watch out when swimming, guys. Not trying to scare you or anything, but they're more common than sharks. So next time you're in the ocean and you're like, oh, there might be a shark. No, there might be a water spout coming for you. Wow, I am so horrible. I probably just scared all of you. No, I mean, like, honestly, don't worry. Like, if you're really nervous now, just check the weather before you go into the water. You should be fine. There was a hair in my eye. Anyways, my Instagram, my Snapchat, my Twitter, and Facebook page is in the description, so follow. And so is my vlog channel, which I try and upload a few times a week. I can hear my dog breathing. Anyways, until next time, guys, bye.